Hello guys, welcome. Saturday afternoon, perhaps early evening. Not entirely sure that. Oh, it's set up nice. I'll be honest guys, I'm a little tired today. I went out last night. I was actually at an exam yesterday and I went out celebrating because it went okay. I mean, it's over now and it was nice to complete, and yeah, I went out celebrating and got a little later than perhaps was planned, but we're still here, ready to do some hat-trick business. Just don't tell my players that their boss was out the day before an important match against Hattrick today. Itching for a win, will settle for a draw. I've lost all games so far this season. You'll get there pretty soon, I think. We have Peter Ward, we have Ben in the chat, we have Adita, and well, of course we have McLaughlin. That's Peaky in the chat. Good to see you guys. It'll be a little struggle for me today, but I'm sure once the matches start, it'll be a breeze still. Let's do a scouts call. This is the wrong team. Oh, that's Peaky and Peter Ward in their match. Let's see. 16 years old. Oh no. All-rounder inadequate. That's not too bad actually, but 16. Again. He's got to be young now. He's not. Oh, and let me show you the guy I promoted from Fabriken today. Pretty decent. I should show him in the Discord as well, I guess. Solid scoring, passable defending. HTMS 2051. I'll be training this guy in playmaking. Even though he has a low starter stat there, he'll be pretty good. We have to take a look at today's fixtures and make some picks. Let's see if I can find the right screen here. This, I think it works. All right, and we'll just borrow the text here from Ben. And did you guys see I put up a vote on the YouTube channel? High Plains Drifter. It's just oh, everyone just okay. Let's start. Bonnet Bay against Aldrington. I think the home field advantage will still be a big advantage in this one. And I'll go with a 2-1 victory for the Bombers today. Posted him in Discord. I'll check it out in a second then. FK Slavach against Attorney Elite. I think the home team will still have the advantage today, and we will post a 3-2 win. Havnenshelte. Padalov was above 200 HGM, not HGMS, Hattrick hat stats in the first match. Quite high up there. I'm a little worried about this one, but we'll go wild here and say 4-3. The High Plains Drifters against the Huskies. 2-0. There you have it, guys. It's posted. Let's check out the youth polls. Elliot. Oyama. Oh yeah, I saw that when I woke up earlier. I had no energy, I was just a little too battered. But if you can, we have a saying in Denmark, if you can be a hero at night, you can also be a hero during the day. That's what we're trying, at least. Back to the Hattrick page like this, to make it easier for you guys to see. So, we're firing this guy straight up. Nah, we're not. We are putting him in the side for the next match. Actually, I like the name Hilmer. That reminds me of when I was a kid. My family had a sailboat, and we used to call the autopilot Hilmer, because whenever it was acting weird, "What are you doing, Hilmer?" That's fun to me, at least. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a nice start to the weekend and had some good training results in Hattrick for the beginning of the weekend here. Matches are 8 minutes away, roughly. Let's take a look at the live page and today's matches, because we will see High Plains Drifter against the Hattrick Huskies. Both these teams suffered a defeat in the first round of the league. And remembering vaguely, I think the High Plains Drifter was treated a little roughly by the match engine in that one, and they lost 4-0. We'll see if they can bounce back today. Havnenshelte against Padalov, 2 winning teams from the first round. As I said, I'm a little worried about this one because Padalov was doing well. I did have 3 pops to excellent winger not today, but on Thursday during the training. So it was a pretty good experience. Slavoj Crowleys against Eternia. Potentially, both teams could end up leading in the league today if they win, depending on other results, of course. Hey Robert, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Bonnet Bay against Aldrington. We'll see if Bonnet Bay can get the first win of the season here at home. Home field advantage must be something in the early days here. In V.109 we have Bagheera United with a +9 goal score after the first round, absolutely destroying opposition in the first round, and they are up against the bot, so they'll be looking to see if they can extend their already massive goal difference. Parking the Bus is playing against ownerless Almoon Talent Factory. Unfortunately, the owner here decided to close his HTI team. I will not delve further into that, but it will be interesting to see if Parking the Bus can find the first win of the season here. Popeye ELC is also playing against the bot here, and I'm hoping we can find more participants for V.109 next season, because we have a few active members of the community in this league, and yeah, hopefully we'll get to play against them as well in one way or another. Let's just take a look at my primary team, because talking about getting shafted by the match engine, I think this was I mean, it's not, because it's not like a totally unlikely scenario that a game ends up this way, but I'm a little annoyed by this one. Also due to the fact that I would be welcoming guests from the top flight had I won this one, but unfortunately my opposition scored on central attack here 17%, and in the end of the match, in the 83rd, I scored a 10%er the left side. So unlucky for me, means that there's no more primary cup games left for the Danish team. 4 minutes away from live action today. I really want to win this one. I really do. I want to be top of the league because, as I've said, we are gunning the league title this season. And looking just roughly on the first round ratings, this will be the toughest team to beat as things look right now. Let me just see if I can show you the training results. We had Brojanowski popping to excellent winger, Jabin and Hattrick here. So definitely starting to look a little more serious, the wingers already. So yeah, there's a little inside knowledge for the league colleagues to take note of here. 2 minutes, and I'm so curious to see the ratings produced. See if we find any indications of who to beat if you want to win the season in V.130. Are you guys going to win in your other matches with the other teams? The primary teams this weekend? Got any good games going? Interesting ones, perhaps? Let me know. We had a little vote going. Who will be leading? Who will be leading the league after today's round? We've had 7 votes. And most people, I think that will have to be 2 votes. Partolov being top of the league. Yeah, perhaps 3 votes even. Yeah, I think so. Partolov seems to be the favorite pick here. I also tested out another vote, and it seems that most people in the community seems to be dreaming about winning the Hattrick Masters over other the great Hattrick trophies. Should win both my local games. Alright, I'm a little worried about my game in Denmark, because also on top of the rather unpleasant match engine, on top of the rather unpleasant match engine experience, I also had 2 injuries to my main striker and a winger, so producing attack ratings in the coming match in Denmark will be troublesome to say the least. I'm actually excited for the homegrown at the moment, enjoying that it is all so close. Yeah, I get that. I can understand. I like the fact more. Perhaps maybe it's just my view, but I think it all being so close is also quite random. It will also be the case in the HTI here, but we do have more buttons to press. At least should be able to win my game in France tonight. We'll have tight match in the HTAL. Do you guys think? I saw a thread today, maybe yesterday, about a guy training wingers and wasn't able to sell his players, and people were pointing out the fact that we'll be seeing players come out of the HTAL at the end of the season. Do you think we'll see a flooded market? Do you think we'll see an impact on prices due to the closure of HTAL? Or will it be just like if a little drop in the sea? Are we going to be looking for bargains at the end of the season? What do you guys think? Let's check out some ratings here. We'll start out with Bonnet Bay and Aldrington, but we'll have to reload in order to see this. Aldrington visiting Bonnet Bay. Ooh. Are you in a counter? With my main team, I am looking for some decent players so I can start a cycle. Hey Bakke, welcome in. Homegrown, decent players. Ooh. Oh yes, okay, so you're kind of fishing in the pool right now. I'll be looking for some bargains at the end of the season. Like 2K HTMS with useful specs. Yeah. Surely everyone getting listed from HTL will be asking zero. Not necessarily, because you do have the possibility of retaining your own players if they're not homegrown, that is. Like I'm thinking perhaps national team players and the likes. I'm just wondering how big of an increase in demand, not in demand, in supply that'll be. Anyway, okay, this will be a super interesting one here, because look at those conversion rates in attack between the Drifters and the Huskies here. Oh, we've had a quick event already. The Huskies attacking on the flanks, but they are massively outplayed in the midfield here. The Drifters are looking good in securing a win here, but as you guys know, everything can happen. Completely loaded up on all the specialties here as well. Interesting to see this already. Oh, we're... Do you guys think Mambo has a second, like a sixth sense about this technical thingy? I was trying to man-mark Macaulay last match. Technical player, now he's playing him. We'll see if the Drifters... I'm wondering if we can bid from our other teams once the games are like the HTAL. You can't. Oh no! We haven't even seen the ratings. What the hell is this? This game is unrealistic. Now, Padalov attacking left hand side, scoring the first goal of the round. Ladislav Samuel. Okay. Close one. Completely level in midfield here. Padalov counting on hitting the left side with their flank tactic today. And we'll see what holds up here. Also attacking on wings with two relatively low conversion rates, compared at least. Let's have a look at HTI League and Karlovice. Do we have any tactics? Not really. Low scoring game, perhaps. I'd like to grab 1-2. No, well, I'm fairly certain that they closed the loophole. People used to close down their secondary teams in order to be able to buy players, because then they would effectively remove the tie, like remove the connection between clubs that would make you unable to press the bid button. But and they said they closed this loophole, so it won't be the case. You won't be able to buy from your HTAL teams if it's homegrown players. That's completely out of the question. But you should be able to buy the other players that you've trained, like you acquired them from another club and you trained. Let's see, Bagheera United should be winning big here against the Tesla Kickers, parking the bus. They encounter while winning the midfield advantage. They'll win against the Factory. And Popeye DLC looking to grab a relatively safe victory against Umalatse. Second time you're down early. Yeah. Maybe the keeper was out last night, like the manager. Are you wearing gloves? My HTAL team has a former under-21s keeper from Oceania. My second team could really do with him, not a homegrown. Yeah, if you partner up with a middleman, you could you'd have to have someone buy him, and then you'll have to pick him up. You'll have to do a middle landing sort of way. It's a little like what they used to do in Italy in the 80s and the 90s, because in the Serie A you were only allowed to buy one foreign player each year. I need 4G RNG and get some decent youth players for a cycle. You would be happy to have such RNG, I'm sure. I've been so lucky. I mean, if you look at it, like how the decent youth pools, I'm saying decent, but the excellent youth pools actually, how they've been distributed through my Hattrick career with Calvehave. I should probably not expect to see anything super exciting for the rest of this cycle until players are retired. But still hoping for something. No chances reported here 8 minutes in between the Drifters and the Huskies. My main team has money, just no players. Yeah, and you know what? I'm fairly certain that once, like, it would always end up being like, yeah, okay, now I'll just buy some really great players for my cycle. And what will happen the second you do that? You probably overpay for some extra good players, and then you'll probably see the first excellent youth pool in your academy, right? Just because of how annoying of a coincidence that would be. A rather typical scenario. I just can't get into the vibe of buying players for cycle, no. And I mean, wouldn't you just love to have that homegrown bonus at the end? I mean, like if you look at a fully trained player, fully trained core player for cycle, the amount of extra training the bonus represents, it's just, I mean, we're talking multiple seasons, in some of the skills, right? And if you look at it that way, I mean, a winger cycle is just extra strong because you train too. Like if we talk super high-end, expensive cycle, you train double magical. I'm going to decide my cycle when I get 1-2 good youth academy players. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense to, if you're lucky enough to actually find players in your youth academy. But it's hard to make any real plans before you have any indications. The Drifters are now leading, and the goal scorer here is Floor Pletsier. I don't know. Sorry, I butchered it. He scored at least. Technical winger, crossing over and converting a chance in the left side, and this will definitely not be the last goal of this match. But 10 minutes in, we have the Drifters leading against the Huskies. Early indications of a home win perhaps here. I need 3 players, 2000 plus HGMS with specialty, and I'll go for the inner midfield, wing or forward cycle, depending on the specs. Yeah, then I guess I understand why you would go for either of those 3. You are playing it cool. That's a pretty impressive midfield rating. Playing it cool, I have to say. Jürgen Konrad, Bertus Ferel. Gotta remember the V's in the Dutch. Oh man, I can't believe we are trailing already. Looking at the live standings right now, we have Padalov leading. Yes, I'm going for can't read the message yet. For top 3 result this league. Okay. Yeah. Little less ambitious than me at the moment. Perhaps I will regret stating my ambitions so clearly, so early. But we've done so, and right now we are trailing. We have the home team on the ball at the Kravolica Arena. See here, Pablo. He chips the ball, but it's wide. Am I going for the top spot? I have to. All eyes are on me. Goal! Where? We have yet to see the first chance for the home side. I was just checking out some emotes. Ah, I see. I've been looking at the option to create memberships for the channel. Create my own emotes, but I simply don't have the ideas to come up with anything that would be worth. I'd have to make them myself as well. It's a bit of a technical thing, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's as far as I've come. I guess it would also require people to actually be. Yeah, it's the same thing as on Twitch, really. The main difference between Twitch and YouTube is the fact that I get to set the actual pricing for membership or what is essentially a subscription on Twitch, right? But yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's a little unlikely for me to set up anything right now, at least. Yeah, I also stream Danish matches and some national team matches in the Danish community, mainly on Danish or in Danish on Twitch. But it made sense to make the international streams on YouTube, since that would be a direct continuation of the community forming on YouTube due to all the videos. My flatmate makes her own for her Twitch. Some are quite good. Oh, I see. I mean, I have some... I mean, on my Twitch channel, I do have a Fana Branca emote. But that's a kind of a thing for the Danish community, because it's like a mythical tale of Danish Hattrick get-togethers about the amount of Fana Branca consumed. I could probably make some. The difference I'm thinking is, like, of course you would be able to use an emote I made on my channel on YouTube in other live streams. But I have an idea that most of my community don't actually watch a lot of other live streams on YouTube anyway. So I guess it's a little different. Not that I've thought that much about it. I only know that I'm qualified and I could possibly do it. "16 minutes in, still no chances for Havnen." That's a little unsettling here. We have had 4 chances for the home team already between Slavoc, Karlovic and HTI League. No goals to report, however. And it's also still deadlocked at the Lakewood City Reserve here. But it will not end in a goalless encounter. As a goalless encounter in this one, I'm completely certain. We've had an injury for Bagheera United. Thomas Hauenstein, and he's been replaced by Adrian Kirk, and that's up front. So they've swapped a striker due to the injury here. Looks like the Panthers are training wingers. Speckless player here, that's a little surprising. No, he's not Speckless. He's unpredictable. I don't know why I expected to show up here. He's unpredictable. Pardelov, are they training midfield? My training plan right now is just winger. I'm just building some initial cash. I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking as long as I don't know, I'll just commit to some winger training in order to build some money, right? And then I'll make up plans along the way. It's basically what I'm advocating not to do in all my videos. But I mean, based on my experiences, winging it on the wing right now, yeah. Corner kick for Australia. The Huskies have a chance here. Mario Hupscha. Must be in a German name here, I think. It's aimed at the right side of the keeper and manages to get his hands on it. That's Pentos, but we have an equalizer here. It's 1-1 at the Drifters Stadium. Wally Armstrong gets on the score sheet. That's the away fans. The corner kick here. But still, home team looking as the favorites, according to the state of the play. Got no defense. Yeah, it's an all-out attack. Going gung-ho. Anyway, based on my experiences with Fabrikken, I could also look into some skill trading with Havnen, but the problem is it takes a lot of time. I wanted to see goals this time around. Yeah, you gotta make the home crowd happy by scoring some, right? And later we'll look at the defense department, even though you say that defense wins championships. Halfway through the first half, and still no chances for Havneshilde in the match here. Gotta get a chance at some point. Left hand chances. How many spec players do Partalov have? It seems like he's fielding a rather experienced side here. 18 years old. Partalov training keepers, if I recall correctly. Still no chances. I cannot believe this. Still looking for goals in 4 of 7 matches. Little surprising, if I am to be completely honest here. We have a situation here. Bremer, that's the home side. The Drifters perhaps with a chance to score here. And we have the Drifters back in the lead. 2 goals to 1. The unpredictable forward after a central attack. 23 minutes played here. And more according to the state of play. The state of play at this point. Let's go! Bagheera with a chance now. Werner Chinglev. See if we can spot a chance on the wings here for Bagheera. We can. And they're leading Werner Chinglev. All the way from the back here, but he's up there making it count once he gets the chance. 1-0 for the Panthers against the Tesla Kickers. We gotta see his chance for Havnen soon. I mean, this is a little disappointing from the boys. I'll be training playmaking, scoring and passing, make my young players all around and wait for my youth players to arrive. And it also makes sense. I had a friend of mine once doing like short cycle training, you could say. Let's just see if Turnier gets in the lead here. He slams it onto the post. We have a goal here, and it's the Bonnet Bay Bombers going up 1-0. Aubrey Doyle after 25 minutes. Oh, it actually went into the net here for HTI League. And they are also leading 1-0 away here. That should put them level to paddle up at the top of the table right now. Both teams enjoying a 5+ goal score difference at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so we only lack goals in 2 of the encounters today. Hopefully we'll see some chances for Havneshelde soon, because I've spent 26 minutes without a chance to score. Cannot really believe it. Popeye ELC has the ball here. Mark Weigler, that's the right back, on the ball here. Let's see if it will lead to a goal. They're coming through the middle though. It doesn't look too likely that they'll score from this sector, but we'll keep an eye out. See what happens here. Do we have a stalling match engine here, perhaps? We do. It did not result in a goal this time. Still deadlock at 0-0 in that one. We have movement on the bench of the Huskies. That's early. Early indications of perhaps some tactical mastermind from Mambo in this one. It'll be interesting to see what happens in 10 minutes time or so. I suspect something. Holland won the practice match against Canada. It seems strong for the Euro 2024. Wow, excited for that. It was very interesting to see the fact that England left out Jack Grealish. Hello, Hattrick Maniacs. Hello, Robert. How are we doing today? I mean, perhaps I'm about to get a little excited. I've been fairly busy with that. I had to write a paper and at that exam yesterday, and it's been like occupying a lot of my focus time in the past fortnight or so. Spent a lot of time during working on that, so Denmark is qualified, and we are grouped with England, Slovakia, Slovenia. Oh, why can't I remember? And I've forgotten the group composition. Let me look it up for a sec here. We are grouped with Slovenia, Serbia, and England. And we qualified. I think we have a decent chance, but I mean Serbia, Slovenia, well, I don't think we'll be having trouble against England, all things considered. You scored. You scored. And it was Aubrey Doyle in the 25th minute. But I mean, the Danish team, it's roughly the same team we played with in 21. And like there's an idea in the Danish crowd that a good select of the Danish first 11 is close to being over the hill. Let's see here. Yeah, Christian Eriksen has scored in the first preparation match against Sweden. That would be a nice story to see him return to Ajax. Yeah, Aldrington with a quick event here, and let's see here. Shuktash Patil. Oh, it's the other way around. So it's Primakos with the quick event, and then we have the right back countering the quick event here. I just have to read that out right. Yeah, he had a cardiac arrest. Oh, are you kidding? We've had 2 chances for Partalov, and one of them ended up in a goal from the right side. 16% conversion rate here. I'm not too happy about the match engine right now. Oh yeah, I remember that. 3 years ago. Yeah, that was we qualified for the next phase of the Asian qualifying for 2026. It'd be nice to avoid you and France if we make the group stage. We played you both in the group the last 2 World Cups. Ballby for number 1 spot. It seems a little unlikely at this point. What are you guys doing? They've heard stories about the managers. The manager was spotted in the nightlife the day before the match, and players are showing their discomfort with the fact by putting in such a disappointing performance during the match. Headlines in the newspapers. Papai ELC has taken the lead in the match against Dumalace after a penalty kick. Imre Feher converted. He must be Hungarian. Jürgen Konrad with a chance. Now it's free for the High Plains Drifter. Looking good for the home side here. Now with a 2-goal lead. 35 minutes played. I don't understand. This is actually, it's unrealistic. Oh, we actually have a swap here, 35 minutes in. Burbage going in defense, and he was swapped. He replaced Bert. Oh, I see. That's his future coach here. Playing until stamina and fatigue kicks in for the old guy here. Parking the bus has scored against the factory, and it was Arunabla, Kalle, Kale, yeah, he's English. Parking the bus leading 35 minutes in. Okay, we have a yellow card for Mikael Portus. It sounds like what happened in the NRL this week. The coach of the West Tigers drew headlines for going overseas for a weekend, while his team had a bye and they got thrashed last night. That's quite bad. Yeah, I hope it won't be that that much of a thrashing in this case, at least. We'll see. The Bonnet Bay Bombers. The Bombers are now up by 2. Harry Sanderson scoring on a right attack after 36 minutes. Homegrown players doing the damage here. He's got an okay GSI already. We have another chance here for the Bombers. Free kick in a promising position. Gianni Faccardi shoots. And it's 3-0. Direct free kick here. Slotted into the net. Leading by 3 now. Excellent development for the home team. And we should be seeing a drawback now. Looking solid for the home team at the Lakewood City Reserve. Still not a single chance reported for Havneselte. Home at Havnegrillen. Happy dance, I get it. I'll be happy if we can salvage just a single point from the performance in the second half. We'll be looking to do some Houghton having an off day. They're looking for inspiration on the sidelines on the manager, but he's not having much energy as well. So, parking the bus. Simon Gambrill passing into the box. I have 2 bottles of porter, holiday, and a match at 11 p.m. Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be that late yesterday, but it got late. Oh, we actually had a second goal for parking the bus a few minutes ago. It wasn't reported, but Mitch Alderton, and then a long shot from Cale. Could have extended the lead to 3, but it's still 2-0. 40 minutes played here. Parking the bus, it would look like it, at least 5 at the... Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Also, Tahiti plays at 11 p.m. and your Poland plays early matches. I've seen that. And then you have... it's a very spread out schedule for you. Always some Hattrick going on in your weekend, I guess. The Bombers are now attacking once more. New Yorkie's remark boss. "40 minutes played, 42 minutes played to be exact." Oh, and we have a missed chance here from the home side, but they're looking solid as halftime is approaching here. I always on Sundays eat breakfast, drink coffee, and wait for matches. That sounds like a very chill way to enjoy your Hattrick matches. Sure. Parking the bus going up by 3 as well. Hattrick wide. And attack in the left side. On some days, some weekends, I think it's a little annoying that you have to wait until 4 in the afternoon for the matches in Denmark. But thinking about what we used to do with my friends, we used to meet up for the end of the season, grill, have a few beers, and hang out for the end of the season. And that would be a little different if you played in at 9 in the morning, for certain. We are looking at Stefan Kram from the factory here, and he'll be handed a warning for an ugly tackle here. Almost half time. I can't believe I haven't had any chances in this encounter. And I remember one special season ending. One of my friends used to play in the top flight in Denmark, and on the Wednesday we met up for the cup final, which he won, and then we had our regular end of season. We then met up for the regular end of season celebration grilling, and then he also had a qualification match along one of my other friends. They both had to play qualifier, so we also met up the weekend after. So 2 Sundays and a Wednesday we met up for Hattrick celebrations. That was a very fun season ending. In Poland we had HTI Radio and Hattrick on Twitch TV, and Division 10, now only Division 7. I think we had Division 7 in Denmark, perhaps 8 even, at the top of the Hattrick Heights. I used to do some DJing on the Danish Hattrick radio as well. Sounds very cool to meet up with Hattrickers IRL. It is such a blast. I've only been going to like bigger gatherings since I started again back in 2002, and I've been to 2 in Denmark. I went to Copenhagen and I went to Aarhus. And Denmark is a relatively small country, right? So anyone really wanting to go should be able to join any meetup in Denmark. Really, it could be a bit of a long journey because you have to go from one end to another, but yeah, but it is very fun, and it's so easy to talk about Hattrick. And I mean, I've mentioned this story a few times, but we used to have a guy in Denmark called Loke, and he made one of the classic pieces of Hattrick software. It was Hattrick Assistant Manager, and he was the Danish champion, and his brother won the cup a few times. They don't play anymore, and we talked about these guys. The wind is picking up here. And we were talking about him and about this election situation in Denmark. And I think it must have been 18 years ago. And one of the candidates for the election wanted Loke to endorse him for the election by buying, I mean, like a few thousand bucks worth of Hattrick Assistant Manager licenses. And we're talking about that. I was just like, that's crazy. And then later in the evening, we meet Loke and Sola, his brother was called. We meet them and we had a beer, and they were like, hey, we have the legends of the community. And like, oh, you guys are still playing. And they were teasing one of the guys in the pack, right? You still haven't won the Danish championship. What's going on? You'll never win. And I don't think they stopped like 10 years ago, but it was such a fun story to bump into those guys as well during our meetup. And the other meetup, we were watching the national team matches, and we had the under 21s coach, and then we had the former national team coach Juncker, the guy who won the Danish World Championship back in 2011. He was managing Comoros under 21s, and we were watching the matches live at a bar, and just had a good time drinking beers and talking about Hattrick and talking about federations, how they used to be. I mean, I am a member of the Danish Heavy Metal Federation, the Heavy Music Federation, and the leader of that federation was also there. We had such a good time. I mean, he just won the Norwegian championship. He won at least last season. I didn't actually check if he won again, but he has a very powerful team as well. Hattrick International, let's see, Norway, Norge, Lameskank. They won again, Gofdale. So they've won twice in a row, and this is a very strong team. They've actually played today, just now, and if we check out the ratings here, double man mark, 465. I think his team is perhaps getting a little old. Yeah, they are. But we had a few legends of the the Danish community. Lausted had a fairly good shot at winning the Masters with his team for Faroe Islands, but didn't actually win. He convinced me to just start my cycle as soon as I sold Paul Steinecke with my Danish team, even though I was a bit short on money, but yeah. Could you see the... Oh, there it is. The history. The goddamn colonials. You might have noticed them in the Masters before. Goddamn colonials here. Oh, he closed his team. Wow. What? Oh, okay, so he's still in the game. He's just closed down his secondary teams. And Lausted is he's got quite a price shelf as well on his primary team. Surprised to see that he's closed his not the Norwegian team, the Faroe team here. Comes as a little surprise here. Got Jacks FC. Top spender on salaries in the HTI. We'll have to beat this guy someday. Hattrick International, no. That does not give a clear picture. Mercats Athletic. How is this guy spending so much on salary though? Is he training Nash? Is he training... What? A speckless player with 70k. Another speckless defender. What the hell? What? 90k wages and he's speckless. What is this guy doing? Another why is he training speckless players this high? This is unbelievable. I don't get this. What? Anyway, the moral of the story, if you have a chance to go to a Hattrick meetup, do it. Absolutely. Cannot underline the fact that it's so very fun. We used to have massive gatherings, like a whole weekend. Come and play indoor football against each other. Football tournaments. We used to have a Hattrick team playing in Copenhagen, in Fælledparken. Hattrick United. They were actually part of the Danish amateur league system. And one of the young guys in the community, I think it was for perhaps his 17th or 18th birthday, they arranged a friendly against his youth team and the Hattrick United team. Now that I remember that. Also a story I've only heard because I attended one of those meetups, right? Anyway, we've got like 5 minutes until the start of the second half. Let me just bring up a little break screen here. Last meetup I went to was at Hooters. The waitress asked what we were doing. We had to try to explain it without sounding like massive nerds, but she was pretty sweet to us anyway. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine such a situation. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Right, let's just take a little look at the trading project for Fabrikken here. Starting to see changes in the confidence as well, like with the new movement system. But I picked up Keith Grammer here last week, and he popped on the first training. I'm hoping to see him sell the first week. This should be a pretty good trade if someone actually picks him up. We've had, only a few views, but he's only been listed for a day roughly or so. Not quite as good a trade. Had to wait 5 weeks for this guy to pop, but you can't win them all. Still working actively at finding more precise TSI numbers, targets, in order to continuously do nice trades here. Second half starting in just a few seconds. Oh yeah, turning back to that talk about the meetups. I mean, you're not nerdy enough to not go out at least. Let's return to the live screen and see if there's redemption coming for the guys on Havnegrillen. I'm a little surprised by the fact that we are trailing by 2. And hopefully we can turn it around in this second half. And you can't say anything against the High Plains Drifter. They are expected to win with these ratings, and they're looking good at home. Perhaps a little more unexpected that HTI League is leading away from home. They are playing at the Kralovica Arena against the Slavoj Kralovic, and looking to pick up a very nice away win here. Bonnet Bay leading against Aldrington, and they are looking solid, especially after pulling back the troops after going in front by more than 2 goals. The third goal meant that they were on the drawback and are looking to secure the lead. Now it's looking very positive. Bagheera only leading by 1 goal here. That's quite surprising, and they should be looking to widening the gap to the Tesla Kickers in the second half. Parking the Bus leading 3-0 against Talent Factory, and we have Pi ELC leading away to Domelasse. Hopefully we'll see at least a few chances to Havneshilde here in the second half. Why are we looking at such a low conversion rate in the right side now? Doesn't really look like it. How did... Is it just a pullback? It is. Oh my. We have to score on the left. We have to see a good chance in the left side now. First chance has to come in the left side, otherwise we're doomed, I think. That's not very promising. We're down to 1.28 expected goals. Yeah, it's not going to be our day, I think. We'll be lucky to draw this one. I like that there's no... there's nothing in the stands. Oh my, it's raining cats and dogs. Aldrington AFC with a chance here. Sheldon. Bart Sheldon. And he backflicks the back here, but no goal in this situation still. 3-0 for the home side. Almost 49 minutes played. We are in the second half of today's matches. Are we going to be... It's not looking too positive. I'll have to be honest. Drifters on the ball. Again, it's floor. Plesia has been set up for the volley. It could be 4-1 here, but it's not. They miss the attack in the right side. Parking the Bus has made it 4-0. This time on a penalty by Sean Davey, converting from the spot. Now it's 4-0. And we have Gamble on the ball for Parking the Bus once more. They scoring once again. Are they going to make it 5 here? I think it's the side netting. Yeah, it is. Papai lead. Sorry, Papai ELC Goes up by 2 after a corner kick. The goal scorer is Lucian Subaski. Scores with a goal wide open after that situation. Nothing to report from Havnegrillen. Havnegrillen still quite disappointing. Come on, lads. You can do it. Just a point. A point would be a satisfying result at this point. The way things has played out. I wonder how full my stadium will be. It's not entirely full. You can see that in the stands here, but close. Yeah, no indication here. Where do they hide? In the void. They're all just invisible or thinking, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I mean, for some reason I was just thinking about like the attendance figures of the first FA Cup final at Wembley. And like the official attendance figure was like 126,000, but it actually was like 300,000, and people were like crammed up all the way to the pitch. I mean, it's just crazy. I just remember seeing this picture and thinking, how on earth did they even play a football game like this? Oh, we have to pay attention to the games here. High Plains Drifters up by 4 now. And oh wait. Yeah, and we have instant reply from the Huskies as well, Adam Landers. Claws one back after an attack in the right side, and we had Joaquin Jimeno blasting in a goal in the right side just before 4-2 for the High Plains Drifter. I remember seeing that. Yeah, I'm just thinking, pure craziness. And when you see pictures of matches back when you didn't actually have a crossbar on the goals, you just had a string. Almost fully filled on Havnegrillen, where we have the invisible spectators as well. They're all crammed up in the VIP slots on top of the grill, sitting at the porch. Quite filled. Three quarters filled at the Kravolica Arena. And we still haven't had the official attendance figure at the High Plains Drifter Stadium. I see the Bonnet Bay actually going big. The first construction. 17,000. Oh, and you see the effects of winning 9 goals to nothing in the first match. Bagheera United. With a stadium that's completely packed. 14,700 spectators found their way through the turnstiles on this Saturday evening. See, parking the bus, 8,534, that's 70% filled. Another chance for Padalov. The ball goes wide. Unluckily for them, they don't score. But will we just have nothing? Okay, we've had a change here. It's a planned substitution. And it's Balaban being replaced by Silas Munk in defense. Or wait, or maybe it's after 60 minutes or so that can actually 61st minute. Oh, okay. Yeah. Come on, Hattrick. I mean, I've seen one of my best friends destroy his laptop over a lost top semi-final once in Hattrick, so maybe this match isn't just as important. So he was very unlucky in that match. Oh, I should say quite unlucky. Not even full to the original capacity. My fans are pissed, and not in the good way. It's not unrealistic. Time to rage quit. It's a little early for a rage quit, I think. I must say, I showed you guys the result from my cup match in Denmark on Wednesday. Oh, here's Havnentilde. Come on, left side attack. And I took time to follow the match, even though I was trying to prepare for my exam. And I felt so disappointed that I'd actually dedicated time. Pass through the middle. What are you guys doing? Yeah, of course he misses. Imagine if our PR guy rage quit. This is I can't work with this. Do you guys remember when we used to have spokesperson? Like you had to allocate staff members like that, and you could like hire 50 doctors in order to like power heal a player. Punch the camera. Let's see here. Mate Dolezal. has a chance in the middle sector for Kralovic, but it looks like it's going to be a tough job to get past the defensive sectors for Eternia Lead. I remember that, what was it in World Cup 98? Where you had the cutscene with the keepers actually kicking the camera after a goal. You getting punished for that mood killer of a league game last week. Or when you lost 6-0. That's a little to work on with the fan mood, and surely it will help if you win today. And there's the actual swap. Come on, guys. We need some lift attack. Yeah, that was the World Cup edition of FIFA 98. High Plains Drifter scores once again. Anne Bogdam with the goal. And that was from the central attack. Now it's 5-2. Back, I don't remember. I think maybe South Africa, 2010 was the last edition where it just wasn't a part of FIFA. It had their own dedicated games. Yeah. Bagheera up by 3 now. An attack in the right side. Aniol de la Tras. Oh yeah, Vuvuzelas. That was horrible. I remember going to a mall with a friend of mine, and just somewhere in the mall you just heard some kid, I think, picking up a vuvuzela and just like starting to blow in it. And I just remember, I had no idea, I couldn't even see him, and I just remember shouting through the mall, "You quit that!" Let's just stop instantly. Okay. People were so mad at those vuvuzelas. They were worse live? Yeah, I can imagine. We lost the finals. Yeah. I mean, they actually did some noise filtering on the TV signals in order to filter it out after a few games, because people were just like, if you don't, we can't, we have to watch the games without sound. Holland never wins a tourney. It seems like it's a bit of a tradition for Holland. Like whenever Holland has a very strong team, whenever there's like a super generation from Holland, and they don't come every now and then, it seems like it's just never enough. But I mean, you won in '88. It's a while ago. Van Basten, oh that volley! Whew. What a goal! And I don't remember it very clearly because I was 5 years old. And there was the semis in '92 I was quite happy about the fact that you didn't win that game. Because it was against Denmark. And then Denmark winning the trophy in 92. Yeah, what a team. The 88. And it's not like it was a bad team in 92 either. Adding... like, in 92, you also had Bergkamp in the team, and... yeah. Okay, could we find something a little? Was he? But Patrick Kluivert wasn't in the 92 because he was 18 when Ajax won the Champions League in 95. So that's a little. But yeah, 90s was a strong time for the Holland national team. You had Van der Sar in goal. But when you think about the Danish 92 team, you also have quite some profiles. You didn't have Michael Laudrup wasn't part of the team. He had actually excluded himself from the team. His younger brother Brian was part of the final team. Oh yeah, and like you had the Boer brothers. Peter Schmeichel was in goal. You haven't heard of him? He made some crazy saves, especially in the final against Germany. Yeah, the Boer brothers. Edgar Davids and Clarence Seedorf. Oh, now that you mentioned Seedorf, let me show you guys something. Clarence Seedorf, my first ever Real Madrid kid. From 96, 97. There you go. Number 10. I still have it. I don't actively support Madrid that much more. And Wim Jonk. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday. True. My very first football kit was actually the 92 goalkeeper jersey. Number 1, Peter Schmeichel. And I remember I used to sleep with that shirt under my pillow. Oh man, that brings up so many memories. We always played football out in our garden. We just there was no grass left. Completely worn down all the turf. And once we were grown teenagers, we did like all the fence was just completely worn down from. Like we had a wooden fence, and it was just completely battered because we played football non-stop. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about Bergkamp and like Netherlands in '98. That goal Bergkamp scored against Argentina, I think, where he like his touch, like it's a long pass. I think it's but he just picks it off. Like what it looks awkward, right? But it's Bergkamp, so it's awkward but natural. And then he just, was it De Boer with the pass? But it's a slightly long pass, but he still just gets a touch like on the ball. And Pardelov makes it even worse. Ooh. Marek Katzer. I support Chelsea, so I hated the team, but I respected those two players. Bergkamp and Overmars, yeah. 99 ball control, yeah, he was very good. Chelsea in the 90s, what a mess. But even more a mess early on. Was it sold for £1 at some point, the club? New Holland has no good strikers, only some decent defenders. I think it's yeah, it's not what it used to be. The creative force of Holland nowadays. But the High Plains Drift are doing quite well. They're up 6-2 now. On the other hand, this time it's for the second time this evening, Flo Pletcher scoring his second goal. Yeah. We have played 72 minutes. Holland has a crazy midfield as well. Do they? Ken Bates bought the team for £1 and sold it to Abramovich for millions. What a profit. Yeah. Oh, we have De Jong? Yeah, that's true. Pardelov again? Are you kidding me? You don't. Oh, he misses. Yay, he missed. Holland and Portugal will have great Euros. How are they, what did they have for a draw? The groups. It's a quite strong group though. Holland might face Portugal in the quarterfinals. But that's the thing about, like, you've heard a lot of high-profile coaches and former players and experts claim that the Euros is a harder tournament to win than the World Cup because of the density of quality of position. Bagheera, unpredictable event. Antonio Sole. Quarterfinals, we probably get Romania. Oh, Romania used to be a force as well. wish Roman still owned the team, but the British PM wanted to look like a big man, so he forced the sanction to have the team sold. Yeah, I guess that's always what happens when politics and sports collide. Definitely not lucky with the new owner in regards to at least handing the reins over to someone who has some insight to how to run a football club, right? Oh, we get another chance in this central area. Training 20% stamina. Yeah, I guess it pays off right now, but will it doesn't pay off in the long run, I guess. You're training wingers, right? Falco and but I guess it's it might be a good way to drive in some income from the regular from the day-to-day. What would you call it? 5 more goals. Like you want another 9-0 victory. The trouble about training at 20% stamina is the fact that the young players are capped. They can't even reach excellent in the beginning. We have an injury for Partalov. It's not going to affect the game too much though. Marek Katza is replaced by Friedrich Ludwig Trenner. No, it's the other way around. No, it's not. I can't believe we're losing 3 goals to nothing. Oh, at least it's capped in the like. That was explained in our hallway. Like what I'm trying to say is like if you train 10% stamina. If you train 10% stamina, it's like they have a cap on how much stamina they can acquire, right? So there's a cap for 10% stamina. That's actually gibberish. So, but the fact is, like if you commit to some stamina training too early, you'll end up having less skill in the end. Let's just correct what I'm saying like that. Let's see. We have another swap from the Huskies. Like in a cycle plan, you would never go above 10%. We have an equalizer in the game between Karlovice and HTI League, and it's a right attack from Sylvester Vanda. 79 minutes. I want my players to be around 7 solid stamina, and then it's back to 10%. You could definitely argue that if I want to win the league, perhaps I should reconsider training 10%. But I think the money making is more important at this point. For me, I haven't fully decided, but of course I have to go for the league win. not really focusing on perfect trainees. No, maybe that's something I actually have to reconsider if I want to win the league. I want to do decent in the league. Yeah, man, you got me thinking there. I'll be honest. We'll see. Oh, the Euros start already on... When do we have the first match? Friday next week. Wow. What, Wednesday? What bracket view? What am I looking at something wrong? Germany, Scotland. Yeah, that's a Friday. That's a nice way to start the tournament on a Friday evening as well. I should consider a bit more stamina in the Anniversary League for token finals season cup run. Not like training means much anymore. The team was an under 21 goalkeepers farm and those guys have aged out already. Yeah. You're going to Stuttgart. That sounds pretty cool. I've always wanted to go. I understand. I was talking to a guy I know from playing billiards, and he's older than me. He was in Sweden watching the game against France in '92, the final league game where Denmark actually qualifies, and that must have been such an experience. Been last time I was at a Denmark match was a home game against Portugal. We won and we practically qualified for the Euro tournament, and we also got to see Cristiano Ronaldo just blasting a free kick into the corner as well, so it was just like a double experience. That was pretty fun. I think it was the first evening, and then out, like, it was such a good atmosphere in Copenhagen on that evening because of that win. We are 8 guys leaving Friday, and then we have Saturday and Sunday to watch football and perhaps drink 1, maybe 2 beers. Yeah. Yeah, like it's like there's a little connection between sports events and drinking maybe a beer or two. I do remember, like, going into the first half of that match between Denmark and Portugal. We were 4 guys. We were 4 guys going, and we didn't coordinate like the visit in the stadium bar before the first half. So each of us bought like 5 of the, like, we just wanted to buy for everyone. So we had 20 beers amongst us for the first half. I can at least claim to have been to an Asian Cup final in Sydney in 2015 and the Women's World Cup final last year, both in the same stadium. But you went to South Africa as well, right? In 2010, didn't you talk about going going backwards and you had to do a middle stop? You had to do a mid landing on the way or something. Do I remember that? Oh. We've done that as well too many times. Yeah, it's really hard to coordinate between 4 guys because I think everyone's just, let's just make sure we have enough beer. At least it's a positive problem, right? I remember going to shop for the 2012. We went to 7 games in South Africa. It was great. Yeah, oh, wow. Group stage and round of 16. That must have been a crazy experience. Once we did it in a pub in London, we ended up with 40-50 pints of beer. Yeah, but at least it's it fits better in the in the picture over there than in some other countries at least. Yeah, that's a lot of beer. We went to the table next to us was in shock. Okay, yeah, well, I guess it also depends on what kind of pub you go to, right? We went to the New Den towards Millwall. Yeah, when I was in high school. I was in a tour group. We had 5 group games, 3 Australian games, 2 neutral games, and 2 possible round of 16 games for Australia. Well, that's quite a package, though. That seems like quite a package. Great stadium. At least it has a special atmosphere, right? But man, there's a lot of coppers there. I think you weren't allowed to, you were allowed to be 8 in a group, and then they separated everyone on the way down to the stadium. They just don't want any trouble at all. But I guess they've had a share of hooliganism in the. They played against Leicester in the 1st division, and as far as I remember, they drew. And I remember this situation where Millwall, I guess it could have been a penalty, but they got a corner instead. From a corner already. And it was just crazy to see. They tried, the home crowd. It was down in that end with where all the hardcore fans were, and it was just raining. It's just raining with Yorkshire puddings and everything onto the pitch. It was absolutely crazy to see. And it's only because they wanted to hit the referee. I'm the chairman in a betting group. We travel around Europe. Millwall was a crazy day. Yeah. That sounds like a good group to be a part of. Will we have a last consolation goal for the Huskies here? We have Valentin van Rysselberge. And he doesn't really challenge the keeper, and this time around it's still 6-2 for the High Plains Drifter. Which other grounds did you go to, Bagge? That sounds like such a fun group to be part of. Mr. Chairman. $10,000, and then you have to plus the flights on top of that. Yeah. That sounds like a good time. For sure going to a World Cup. We were considering it when it was in Germany, but then we didn't qualify. Last year we were in Glasgow watching the Old Firm. My mate got a pie in the back. Oh, not a deep fried Mars bar or something. All the Rangers fans around him when Creation started singing about him. Oh man. Accommodation and domestic travel included, plus we had a day to go to the Kruger game park. That's also like, the Scots are crazy, man. I went to Scotland not to watch football, but to visit distilleries and go to the Isle of Skye on some hiking to see like a filming location as well from Prometheus, I think it is, because it looks so crazy in the film. So that's something called The Old Man and the Store. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, actually, but yeah. So we've had the matches end here, and the High Plains Drifter wins 6-2. Havnens Helte loses by 3 at home against FC Pardulof. And we have a draw between Slavov Karlovice and Eternia Elite, 1 game all, and then Bonnet Bay Bombers winning 4-0 against Aldrington AFC. In the V.109, we see the Bagheera United, the Panthers winning 4-0 against Tesla Kickers Parking the Bus, also winning 4-0 against Almoon Talent Factory. And in the final match in today's program, we see Papai ELC winning 2-0 against Umalase. Was that where the cave was at the start of the movie? Yeah, you get a good shot at the end where like the spaceship flies away. Yeah. See, I can find a picture of the old man in the stall, like. Yeah, it was that Aliens movie. Fairly easy hike, but Romulus, yeah. That is a bit of the story about some of that alien, like yeah, kinda. Anyway, not drifting off to the talk about Alien. We do have Padalov in front, and actually by a point marking down to Eternia Elite. They have 6 points and a +7 goal score. Eternia Elite with 4 points in second place. And then we have 3 teams with 3 points. We have the High Plains Drifter, Bonnet Bay and Havnes Helde in 3rd, 4th and 5th respectively. And in 6th we have Karlovice, 2 points earned, 2 draws. And in 7th with 1 point, Altington AFC. And last, in 8th place we have the Hattrick Australia Huskies. Haven't scored a point in the season so far. Next round we will see the all Australian encounter between the Huskies and the Bombers. And then we have Eternia Elite going up against Altington AFC. High Plains Drifter welcomes Havnes Helde. And in the final match of the next round, we have Padalov playing against Slavov Karlovic. And it'll be interesting to see if Padalov can continue the winning ways. Let's just take a look at V.109. It will be clear that Bagheera United are leading with a massive goal difference, 13 plus. And we have the other human teams just behind Manica Juniors and Papa ELC. Did I forget to add I forgot to add that match against Pumas International. They won 6 goals to nothing. And the only human team giving up points is parking the bus. Next round they'll play home against Bagheera, so it could be interesting to see who takes the lead after that match. We also have an all-human encounter between Papa ELC and Manica Juniors as well, so we should see some interesting development in the top of the series by next round. Let's see, Romulus looks great, seems like a teen slasher movie on a ship, and it's apparently set between the original 2 movies. I'm psyched for it. Might avoid the full trailer because modern trailers spoil too much, so they will lose points again. Yeah. How do they look stat-wise? 181. That's quite good. It will be interesting to see how this develops. Back to 0 goal difference. That was a nice way to bounce back today, Piggy, certainly. Maybe I should just do a quick update on the picks. I'll do that later. I want to check my match against Padalov, see how unlucky it rates me. Let's see if we can you guys even see doesn't show, probably. Okay, I should complain too much about this one. I guess it's fair enough. It makes me, it makes Paddle of even bigger favorites than the Hattrick's, Danny's Hattrick Helper simulator, so perhaps it's fair enough. Had a bit more 3-5-2 formation experience this time. Did you suffer from any disorganization? No. Yeah, it makes sense that you got a better result today. Oh, there's a nice discussion coming up here about traders holding national team players as hostage. I might go to bed. Thanks for the stream. You know what? I actually feel a little, kind of the same way. But perhaps I should try to stay awake a little longer so I don't miss my sleeping schedule too much. It sounds horrible, but yeah. Concluding today's round in the Hattrick International. Sometimes Hattrick is just a unfair and punishing and unrealistic game. But hopefully we'll be more lucky in some of the other games this weekend. I haven't made up my mind whether I'm streaming the San Marino matches tomorrow, but I'll share an update as quickly as possible or as early as possible tomorrow once I've made up my mind whether it's going to be a live event or not. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and yeah, both in and out of Hattrick, right? 4 of my trading attackers in Faroe Islands team didn't pop. I have 4 overpriced attackers for sale. Also, you put them up even though you didn't knew if they pop. That's ambitious as well, but that's a good way of keeping things rolling at least. Yeah. Anyway, I'm off now. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys pretty soon. Take care.